And if I could leave you guys with one message, it's just that we are different. We're different. We're different from each other. I think that's a lot of what I've talked about tonight. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's what makes us great. I think it's so good that we are different and we are attracted to and interested in different things. I think it's so important for me to be talking about my life right now because we're at this like moment in time in our country. I mean, it's a huge, huge deal. You know, when I get up on stage and I talk about my life right now, this is stuff that's happening. I know that you guys are that the Supreme Court is taking on Oregon's equal marriage, and I know they're gonna keep equal marriage in Oregon. I know they are. It has to happen. It has to, yeah, because we're ready for that. It's time to do that. It's time to speak for ourselves and educate and talk to each other. You know, I talk about this stuff that's going on in my life because I know that you guys are the people I'm gonna have to live with for the rest of it. And my kids, you know, you're going to talk to my kids and you're going to tell, and I would love you to know that it's okay, that I'm great, I feel great, and everything's fine. Yeah.
Everything's good!
I didn't know, you know, when I was a kid or when I was coming out, I didn't know that there was a future, I didn't know what it would look like. And it looks like this, it's fucking hot as shit. Side mullet, looks like a side mullet. But I can prove to you guys, if there's any fence sitters, I can prove to you guys that our differences make us better. And I can prove it with one story. And I'll leave you guys with this. So I used to be on this party planning committee. And one day, just looking around this committee room, and I suggested what I thought we needed for our party. I was like, I think this party needs Guacamole. I stand by that. That is how I want to party. I want to hit animatronic moles on the head with a mallet. But I said, I think this party needs Guacamole. Another lady on the committee looks at me and she goes, okay. I believe it's pronounced guacamole. Yes! We see the world in a different way. She and I. I was talking about a game you could play at Chuck E. Cheese. She was talking about a Mexican appetizer. That didn't make my life worse. It drastically improved it. Because in that moment, I got to see the world through her eyes. I got to understand how she saw me. To her, I am an adult woman who's been walking into Chipotle's for years. Just going like, oh, Guacamole's extra? Well, how much are jalapenos? That's who she thinks I am. And she also thinks nobody has ever told me. Like, do you get that part? We're in a room full of people. You know, before she spoke up, she took a moment to look around to say, oh, nobody's gonna correct this lady? Like, in her own mind, in that moment, she is a hero. Just like the buck stops with me, I can sleep well tonight. I loved her for it. I didn't correct her. I didn't tell her she was wrong. I just said, lady, thank you very fucking much. Woo! And that is how we should treat each other. You guys, I'm Cameron Esposito. Thank you so much.